everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Jess. Today I'm working on something a little bit different. It is a recipe holder. I know a lot of basket designers and gift designers have these on hand because it's something that a lot of us pick up for 90% off for a penny at Dollar General. I've had mine for several months and have not known what to do with it. And I happened to learn about playlists from Nicole Wilder Brown with Our Place, Your Place. She told me about it in a chat. So now I've been checking out all these playlists. I'm like, oh my gosh, you can look it up by topic and everything else. So, Elaine with LBE, she actually is a phenomenal businesswoman, and you absolutely should go check out her channel if you haven't. But she's not only that, she is incredibly creative and crafty. I have not seen her envision something that she cannot just put into works. It's amazing. But anyway, she did a concept on a recipe board, and it was so cute. I've been a little bit hesitant to try it because it's a little bit out of my skill set, but I just liked it a lot, and it's really struck me, and it has stuck with me, and it's something I wanted to do. So she put a cookbook on hers. Hers was a little bit shorter. I showed you how mine's just a little bit too tall. It's not the size I would prefer, but it's what I have on hand. So that's what I'm going to use. I did wrap it in cellophane because it's not actually a cookbook. It's a magazine, and I know I'm going to be taping things to it, and the corners are going to be exposed when I do wrap it. So I just wanted to give it a little bit of more sturdiness. And the reason there were wrinkles on what you saw me cutting is because it was actually a bag. I'm out of cellophane on a roll, and because there will be items on top of it, it's not going to matter. I just needed it for the protection. So the two items I'm using, you'll see Elaine had these gorgeous, it's a slotted spoon and a regular spoon, I think, but they're perfect for this recipe holder if you can find them. She said she found them at Dollar Tree. I just have these on hand from Dollar General. It's a whisk and a Silpat mat. Now, I don't do a lot of cooking. Well, that's not true. I do a lot of cooking. It's just not good. But I do love baking. I enjoy baking. That's my thing. So if I buy stuff like this, it usually is for baking, or a cookbook or a magazine that I won't end up using, most likely. But anyway, hers, she tied to the top together and then separated them. I can't do that. I don't have a hole on my handle, and I don't know how to make a hole on that handle. If I did it, it would look all gacked up. So I am going to try to sort of borrow from that concept, but make it work with the products I have. And again, that's something I'm still learning how to do. I do not excel at it. I generally just want to do something the same way I've always done it. But especially when you're working with a stockpile, you've really got to learn how to think out of the box. And I think that's what people like Elaine with LBE and Felicia with Birthing Bosses by Felicia. And I mean, there's so many. I could go on and on. And I'm not trying to fangirl. I'm just saying there are so many that just do that so beautifully and so wonderfully. And I'm always in awe. And that's where I'd like to be. I'd like to be able to just pick up any item and make it do what I want it to do. So here I am. I'm using these two items. I have this gold ribbon. It came with the cupcake boxes I had in a last video. And I'm not very familiar with this ribbon. It's I don't remember what it's called, but you can't make it bend however you want. It just sort of like however it was wrapped around the roll is generally how it sits. So I do struggle a little bit in making the bows. And I want to tell you, there are so many new basket makers and basket designers, and I've seen comments in the chats and people that are making their videos that make comments. And some of you are incredibly, incredibly naturally talented at making bows. Pooh with Pooh's Unique Creations, she just started making bows. You would think she's been doing it for years. She already makes a better bow than I do. And I've been struggling along for a while trying to figure it out. But you shouldn't let that discourage you. You just got to keep going and work with it. And eventually, some of those things, like some of the bows I've made for 30 years. And I can just do it. And it's muscle memory. But learning new things and trying to do it a different way is completely... It's something all of us have to do. So don't let it discourage you, and just know that as time goes on, it just gets easier. And as things get easier, they naturally just start getting better. But this is ribbon that's foreign to me. I have not used it, and I'm trying to. So, because again, it's what I have, and I need to learn how to use it. So, Elaine, back to her concept, she put a handmade wreath, and I mean handmade. She made the whole wreath and put the embellishments on it for the top of her cutting board to decorate it, and it was so gorgeous. Now, that's beyond me. That's not something I would probably have to practice that for quite a while. But not only that, but I don't have the tools on hand to do that, to even practice with it right now. So I've just sort of like copied it a little bit with cookie cutters. It's not nearly as pretty, and it doesn't stick out as much, but I did need something at the top to sort of bring it all together. And again, I'm still trying to use that gold bow. I will probably switch that out. I have some other ribbon, and I might try to use it. I am using just a rose floral pick. I got this from Walmart for 25 cents. I got this forever ago. I think every store is marking them down different. Some stores may still have them. I don't know. Now my whisk and my Silpat mat, I have actually like catty cornered them. So I've gone with more of a square for balance instead of the split look like Elaine's, which I think hers looks better if you have those items. But since I have that big chunk of red on the top left corner and I put the rose at the bottom left to balance that, and then I have the big bulgy whisk on the right for the red, I need a right corner. So that is why I put the bowl on that side, the bowl that you can see on the cookbook. That's the reason I catty cornered everything that way. Not everybody thinks like that, but if you do, if that's something that sticks out to you or bothers you, I always try to look at the cover of the cookbook to balance with my items, if that makes sense. If not, then just carry on. I am adding a prayer card to this. I wanted to put a pop of black behind the whisk so that it stands out a little bit more. But also, I'm going to a Christmas event, and I've said this in a previous video. When I did my Mother's Day street sale, which was my first street sale, I didn't have enough items with inspirational, or enough gifts with inspirational items for as many people as I had asking for them. So I am trying to add little touches where I can. The Bible verse I put on the cookbook actually is, your God will never leave you or forsake you. And I think that's pretty appropriate for the kitchen, especially when I'm cooking and smoking it out. Anyway, so now I am trying, back to the bows. Elaine made a beautiful bow. I don't think I can link to more than one video, but she actually had mentioned me and did some of the vinyl bags a lot of us are doing. And her bows were so beautiful. I had struggled with my bows, and I want to learn how to make them how she makes them, because they're flat, and instead of loop loop tail tail, it's loop tail, and I'm trying that, and every time I attempt it, I immediately start going right back to what I know. But I want to make it look like hers. It doesn't. If you want to learn how to make a bow, just go straight on over to LBE and you can see how to do this the right and proper way. This is just me. This is my first time actually trying it. I'm really struggling with it. If I use this bow, I'll have to hot glue something in the middle to make it even somewhat presentable. But that's just how you start. And I say that to encourage anyone that feels like you're struggling with your bows. A lot of people keep saying, I still have to use pool bows, or I'm not proud enough of my bows to put them on gifts yet, you know. And also I want to say, 99% of people are not into gift designing, and they don't do bows, they don't make bows, they don't know a good bow from a bad bow. So even if you're starting out, I mean, most people are not going to know any imperfections. They're just not going to notice those little imperfections that you as the designer notice. I just want to throw that out there because I want everybody to, like, if you want to try it, just try it. So I think this actually goes on for quite a while, so I'll probably just end it there. But again, thank you everyone for watching, and if you've subscribed, I appreciate it. I enjoyed the giveaway, and I do plan on doing one for 1,000. I'll just keep you posted, and in the meantime, I hope you all are having a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye.